AITA for not wanting my autistic sister to come to my birthday party? 15F. I'm turning 16 soon and I'm having a pretty big party to celebrate. I have a stepsister, 16F, who is autistic. She is fairly high functioning but very spoiled and throws tantrums whenever she doesn't get what she wants. When I was little, she would always ruin my birthday parties, so I stopped having parties with my mom's family. I usually have parties with just my dad's family and my friends. This year, I'm turning 16, so I'm having a bigger party which my dad is mostly paying for, but I'm inviting my mom, stepdad, stepbrother and half-siblings, 13M and 11F. I'm having a party with about 90 people, and over the weekend my grandma is gonna take me and some of my friends and cousins to their cabin in the mountains. I do not want my stepsister to come to the party or to the cabin. I know she's going to ruin it. She gets jealous whenever I get anything, and my dad is planning to gift me my dream car at the party, so I know she's gonna throw a tantrum. She always steals the attention from me and I just don't want her there. I'm not inviting her to the cabin either because it's just for my cousins on my dad's side and my friends. I'm not that close to my stepsister. Besides, we're going to hike, boat, ride horses, and do other outdoor events that I know my sister can't handle. She's gonna start crying if we try to go on the water, and she can't walk further than half a mile without getting tired. Yesterday my stepsister told me that she's really excited for my party because it's at the zoo and she loves it there and she has never stayed in a cabin before. I told her that she's not invited and she started crying and ran to her room. My mom called me an uncaring brat for not inviting her and telling her so bluntly. She said that her and my stepdad aren't coming either if she's not invited. I don't think I'm the asshole because it's my party and I don't want her to ruin it. NTA. There is a history of her wrecking your special events. You have stated also why the cabin event is not suitable. What or who made her think she was invited to either event? NTA. It is your party. Is it a great loss if your mom and stepdad are not there as well? Have a great birthday. Sometimes, you have to be the villain in other people's minds so you can be the hero for yourself. NTA. She's old enough to have consequences for her actions. The actual A's are her parents for letting her get away with that behavior. NTA. The assholes are your mom and stepdad. They clearly haven't taught the autistic daughter how to behave at parties, etc. Where it isn't all about her. I'm willing to bet they've enabled her over her entire life. Stick to your guns. Op. It's your party, and if I were you, I wouldn't want it wrecked either. You only get one sweet 16. Not to mention, it's your bio dad who is paying for the whole shindig. You absolutely invite whoever you please. NTA. You should be able to enjoy your birthday. NTA. Just tell your mom that you are happy to celebrate your birthday with her separately to your dad's party. That the party is about you, and if your mom can't see that and doesn't think what your stepsister does is wrong and unfair to you, then she is obviously not putting you first, so she can stay away too. I'm not sure your sister is very high functioning. I am high functioning and don't spit on things, etc. Maybe her parents need to set up some ground rules she has to follow. My sister has HF autism and she always cried at my birthdays and Christmas until she was about 30. You're NTA. You're only a kid. You should have had an adult to go to explain your side and ideally then gotten some support. Someone who could help your stepsister understand the impact of her behavior. Let her know that it's not her fault that she has autism and that she will need to do extra work to be able to function at events like that. But that work is part of life. It sucks that she has work to do that most people find easy, but everyone has responsibilities. helping her to manage her emotions, further complicated by her condition, is between her and her guardians. My sister did 8 years of anger management through her 20s, and I love her for doing all that work. Finally, peaceful aging. And we're close. Hooray. I've definitely had boundaries with her. I told her over and over. You'll sense a rehiest quality lol. These boundaries are consequence of you treating me badly. I don't trust you to be emotionally responsible because in the past you have lost control. If you want total emotional freedom, it will cost you the privilege to have access to every area of my life. I love you and you are my sister. And I don't need you to be perfect. I'm not saying we can't be close if you ever lose your temper or cry or storm out even once. But I need to see that you are doing what you can to learn about your emotions or manage them. Whether it's counseling, exercise, a social outlet, a hobby, a way to self-soothe, breathing, meditating, journaling, simply ignoring it and hoping your emotions manage themselves could lead you to a lonely life. If I see you're trying, then I'll be happier for us to socialize in groups or outside the house. Even if it doesn't go perfectly, we can keep trying. We have our whole lives to find a way together. If you don't give up, I won't. Now I decided to involve myself in supporting my sister, but that's my choice. And I did it in part by enforcing boundaries. TL. Doctor. NTA boundaries good. Clumsy delivery completely understandable, you're just a kid. Adult support needed for everyone in sensitive times like these. NTA and not a brat, and shame on your mother for not having your back. Happy birthday. If for the past few years you've kept your birthday separate cause of your stepsister, you should have kept it going for this one. I don't think you're TA for not wanting her there based on history, but you can't invite everyone. Except her. I think your mom is TA for not being more understanding of your feelings, and that it's kept you from celebrating on that side of the family. At this point it looks like she's reaped what she sowed with this whole situation. Best outcome would be that your mom, stepdad don't come so that she won't ruin it. I don't think you're selfish or a brat. NTA overall. NTA. Maybe you guys could have a separate family dinner celebration or something and include her. But by the sounds of it, her behavior can be difficult and your parents shouldn't expect you to put up with that. Your birthday is about you. NTA. This resonates with me. My brother is autistic and caused a lot of problems when we were young and ruined a lot of family occasions with his behavior. Now as an adult, I can see that my mother's refusal to discipline my brother because she felt sorry for him was the main cause of his bad behavior. This kind of problem does not go away. My brother is in his 40s now, and still very difficult. I moved quite far away from my family, mostly to get away from him and the never-ending drama. You are entitled to your own space and to enjoy your birthday. Try to talk calmly with the family members who don't see your POV and find a solution. Your sister needs to learn how to behave in a way that means she doesn't upset people. But she will need a lot of support from the adults in her life to do that. Accepting her bad behavior is not helping her. As an autistic person myself, let me be the first to say NTA. Your birthday party is about you, not someone else. That said, with comments like these, she is fairly high functioning but very spoiled and throws tantrums. It sounds like you have a lot to learn about autism. Obviously your stepsister is not your responsibility, but learning would make your life, and everyone else's life, a lot less difficult. Also, excluding a close family member will likely cause lifelong problems. I don't think that's your fault. Just want to prepare you for the reality. Edit. Yes, I know autistic people can be spoiled too. Thanks. Someone else already said it. Your comment isn't new, so please don't post it. NTA, you could have said it nicely but not necessary. Blunt is good to make sure the message gets across. You should get to invite who you want to your parties. Autistic person, here you are 100% NTA. NTA. Oh, no. Mom and stepdad aren't coming either? No great loss. You are not the off for not wanting her there. It's your party, you can invite whoever you want. You are the off for how you handled things. But you're only 15, so your lack of maturity can be somewhat forgiven. I think you should have sat down with your mother and explained the situation before giving the invite to them. I can understand this being difficult to do. In general, you should have said that you don't want stepdaughter there because of all the reasons you mentioned in your post, that it's your birthday party and you don't want the drama of a meltdown because you got gifts, that you are going to the cabin with your father's side's cousins and your friends only. You are not friends with stepdaughter, and she won't be able to handle the activities you want to do for your birthday. It's your birthday, and you just want it to be about yourself instead of accommodating activities for your stepsister. It was cruel to invite everyone in the family except her without having a discussion. But it is what it is. If your mother chooses not to go along with the stepfamily, then that is their right, as excluding a single family member has consequences. I do think your mother and stepfather are Oz for letting it get this far. The fact that you can't even have B-days with your mother's side is awful, and that you still have issues at Christmas. I'm not sure on judgment. Maybe NTA. NTA, and tell your mom she refused to celebrate your birthday for years. So if she must not attend, then that is her right, but you will be celebrating your birthday and having a good time with people who are there for you. Long term, I think you need to learn more about autism. Talk to your dad about what is going on. Maybe you can live with your dad for a year while your stepdad and mom work on teaching your stepsister boundaries. I think your mom and stepdad should see a behavioral therapist to learn how to parent your stepsister better. I think your stepsister needs a behavioral therapist. They are not doing her any favors by giving into the tantrums. Do you live with your mom or dad?
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.